Over 2 years ago, as Ninjago celebrated its 10th anniversary, fans were looking forward to the next season of the show. Season 14 was shaping up to be jungle or island themed, and that was very promising for us as fans. Except, in the end, this wasn't season 14. This ended up becoming a 4-episode special called The Island, which served as a prologue to the real season 14. In comparison to Ninjago's other 44-minute special, The Island is often forgotten from discussion, and it seems like it's not talked about too much. Today, we're exploring why The Island is Ninjago's most forgotten installment. Hey guys, welcome back for a new video. In my opinion, The Island isn't bad at all. It's actually pretty decent. Some of Ninjago's younger fans definitely dislike the special more, but it's certainly not super controversial. So with that in mind, why is The Island so forgotten? First off, it's kind of unclear why it was a special in the first place. Before 2021, Ninjago had been doing 2 seasons a year for a while, and this was the first time that it wasn't since 2017. I feel like the COVID pandemic, which had started the year before, could have shortened The Island. Since the pandemic impacted the animation industry so heavily, maybe they decided to cut down on The Island. But who knows? I definitely could be wrong on that. The Island is pretty short. That's definitely one reason why it's kind of forgotten, but probably not the main reason. I mean, it had its own set wave and marketing. I feel like it's the actual special itself that doesn't feel super memorable. Dave the Departed is a special too, but a lot of significant stuff happens. Cole becomes a human again, all of the returning villains come back. It's pretty unmissable stuff, and stuff that generates hype. Throughout its 44 minutes, The Island just kind of lacks that level of excitement. I mean, there is the Wojira ending scene, but that's overshadowed by the actual Wojira return in Seabound. Also, on the topic of characters, The Island kind of lacks a center villain. I mean, yeah, the main villain is Ronan and his prisoners, but they don't actually show up until the final episode. Also, there's the Keepers, and these guys feel very underdeveloped, to the point where not a single Keeper has a name. In the sets, the leader is called Chief Mammotus, but in the show, he's always credited as the Chief. It's kind of obvious to me that the Keepers weren't really focused on too much, and so yeah, The Island doesn't have an interesting main villain figure. Another reason, The Island doesn't feel connected enough to Seabound. I mean, it is for sure, and that's good, but not far enough. In Seabound, we learned that Clutch Powers did actually take the amulet, but for some reason this happens off-screen, and not in the special itself. Also, the Keepers do come back for season 14, but only for a single episode. The Island and the Keepers aren't too prominent in season 14, and they definitely should have had a bigger role. By contrast, if you started season 9 Hunted without watching season 8, you'd be very, very confused. But I feel like you could start season 14 without too much info on The Island. You could probably just read like a plot summary or something and you'd be fine. So the fact that Seabound doesn't use The Island too heavily makes it feel a bit more forgotten. Lastly, The Island doesn't have too much for character arcs. There is a mini story between Twitchy Tim and Lloyd in which he inspires Tim to kind of take action. This mini arc is enjoyable, but definitely not major. It doesn't really change Lloyd's character, and Twitchy Tim is barely in the series after this, so we don't remember it too much. So that's why I look at why The Island feels so forgotten by Ninjago's community. I feel like it actually is a very decent special. It's enjoyable, it's fun, it's got some good fight scenes, but it's clearly designed to be its own self-contained thing, and not super important to the story of Ninjago. Whereas stuff like Dave the Departed and the pilots, obviously the pilots, probably are. But let me know what you guys think of The Island. Do you feel it's forgotten in the way that I do? Do you guys think it's good at all? Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone, whatever you know, and I'll see you guys next time.